Hey guys, welcome to Vampire EA. My name is Eddie, and I'm super excited to bring this project to you. Now, the reason why I started Vampire EA is because I've been trading for about 7 or 8 years. It took me a lot of time, a lot of learning to get successful in trading forex, and but even after I got successful, you know, you get busy and all that kind of stuff kind of takes you away from looking at the charts. Then on top of that, I got into trading because I wanted more time freedom. So I tried to start diving more into the automated process, uh, automated trading. And I've been a part of a few things and lost my money. So I'm like, you know what? I'm going to try to bring out something. But when I bring out something, it's going to be something that's safe and reliable and not going to be super aggressive and cause you to lose your money. So let's go ahead and get started. So first, what we aren't a get rich quick scheme. We don't try to get extreme gains while putting your entire investment at risk. We want to be very cautious of anyone claiming excessive gains or those guaranteeing a specific percentage or amount. There are no guarantees in the market. I mean, plain and simple, guys. If you have somebody saying, "Hey, I can get you 1% guaranteed, 2% guaranteed a day, whatever," stay away from that. That's a big red flag because in trading there are no guarantees. Um, So stay away from that. Also, if somebody's telling you I can make you 20% in a week, I can flip your account in 2 weeks, I can flip your account in a month. Stay away from that also. I mean, I'm not saying they can't do it, and they may do it once, maybe twice, but in the long run, it's not sustainable because they're usually using high leverage, high risk, and you usually end up losing all your money in the end. So you want to make sure you stay away from those options. All right, so what we offer a safe way to build your investment. While there's no such thing as risk free, we have developed a low risk strategy that safely builds your Forex portfolio. While we let you set your own risk parameters, our recommended settings have seen a peak drawdown of only 20% historically. Um, and to kind of get into what drawdown is, because I know we might have some people here that aren't, um, aren't traders, so they don't know some of the lingo. Drawdown is essentially um, your amount of open trades that are in the negative. Um, doesn't mean you've lost those trades because those trades are currently open. So at the recommended settings, 20% drawdown historically, which is low for an EA. Um, yeah. So let's get to the next one. One of the benefits of Vampire EA is that there's no setup. You don't need any knowledge of how to set up an EA or how to adjust the settings. Everything is done for you, so you don't have to worry about inputting the wrong settings. We set up remotely on our secure VPS. You just let us know what risk settings you like. Um, you know, the reason why we do this is there's a couple things, a couple reasons why we do this, and one is we don't want to um, just sell you an EA and then here you go, and you're trying to test it. You're blowing accounts. It takes you a long time uh, to get it going, or maybe you just simply don't know how to set it up. Um, Also, if we sell you the EA, there's a lot of hackers out there, and our EA will end up on the black market somewhere, and we don't want that either. So essentially, that's why we do that. All right, so show me the proof. This is the good stuff, right? This is what everybody wants to see. The proof, right? Because the proof is in the pudding, the proof is in the numbers. So if nobody can show you proof, they can only show you screenshots or things like that. Uh, steer clear of that because usually they're not real. So before we get into the proof, uh, we just gotta have a little disclaimer here. Trading forex carries risk. Even though we created a low risk strategy, the risk of loss is always possible. Therefore, never risk money you can't afford to lose. Past results don't guarantee future results. I'm not a financial advisor or a manager. Please consult your financial advisor if you need guidance. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and check out live results. All right, guys, so we're going to get to the good stuff here, the proof. And not only am I going to show you the proof, but I'm going to show you how to read it. This is my effects book. One of the services that they provide is third-party live account tracking, which we're going to look at. This is my personal account on the Vampire EA. So, gain is the total gain on the account, 54.25%. That is since the inception of the account on December 23rd, 2023. It's now March 26th. So if you don't count that last week, well, you really don't count that last week in December. It's the holiday. So if we say January, February, March, so about 3 months, a little more than 3 months, 54.25%. Let me know how long it would take for your bank to make 54.25%. Probably years and years and years and years and years. Anyhow, your daily gain is the average daily gain throughout the inception of the account. Monthly is the average monthly gain since the inception of the account. Drawdown is the peak drawdown, which is at 10%. Now, I will say those that are going to be watching this account, this drawdown can get a little bit higher because I do have it set kind of aggressive, a 0.02, which is for accounts 10 to 20,000, and I'm at 6,300 right now. So running a little bit aggressive. So if that drawdown may get a little bit higher for those watching live. But currently drawdown is less than 1%. Fantastic. So dollar amount, $2,061. I made $2,061 since the inception of the account. Deposits, so 4,244 is the amount that I've put into it, and I'm at 6,306. All right, so if you come down here, today it's Tuesday, March 26th, 7:16 a.m. So about halfway through the trading day, I already made 0.5% or $34. This week, already on a Tuesday, already almost up 1%, and it's been slow so far this week. So that number is definitely going to go up this month. We still got a couple more days left, 3 more days left in the trading month. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and half of Tuesday. So right now we're at 18-15. Hopefully we can get it up to 20% this month. And this year, as of January 1st, 47.5%. Not bad. So we'll go down here to the monthly, and it shows you by the month. And even though December is considerably slow, especially the last 2 weeks because of the holiday and whatnot, we still managed to pull almost 5%. So we go to 2024, January, we 13.83%. And again, first week or so, because the holidays are slow, so not bad, almost 14%. February was kind of slow, almost 10%, but even on a slow month, 10% is way better than what you're going to get with your money sitting in the bank. Now, February, I want to say the end of February is when I upped the risk. So you can see the gains really shot up for March, 18.15%, and I anticipate that to be 20% by the end of the week, by the end of the month. So that's basically it. That's how you read the MyFX book. I also have a long-term demo account. Let's see. See if I can pull that up real quick. All right, so I had to navigate a little bit, but all right, so this is a long-term demo account, and it started off aggressive and then turned down a little bit because it is like a big account. So I was kind of acting like it was a real big account and how I would manage it and turn down the risk. So first, if I'm going to go over to, well, let's go over here. So since March 27th of 23, so we're right at a year, coincidentally, right at 1 year. So in 1 year, 166%, I call that one hell of a gain. Deposit. So it started at 100,000, and in 1 year turned to 100,000 and a $166,000 profit. I would call that pretty damn good. Drawdown again, less than 1%. Daily is at about 0.25% on average. Monthly 8%, and drawdown did get up to 30, but like I said, it started off aggressive and then I toned it down. So today, 0.1. If you had 6 figures to put in, you had $200,000. I know it's not everybody has $250,000 to throw in, but I'm just saying hypothetically, 0.15%, which is small gains, but 400 bucks you would have made today already, just on such a small gain. And this month at almost 5%, again, very conservative, $12,000 in profit. It's crazy, right? So like I was saying, let's go to 2023. And as you can see, when we were aggressive, we were getting some pretty high gains. Then we toned it down to more of a money management and getting steady gains with very low risk, because 6-figure account, you don't need to make 20% every month. 5%, as you can see, 5% was getting you 12 grand. So, but that's about it for the proof. Hope you enjoyed that one, and your gears are cranking. You can see what kind of money you can make with the Vampire EA. All right, so now that we've gone through the proof, now let's get through what the minimum starting balance is and the risks and all that. So the recommended starting amount is 10,000. Now don't get scared yet. I know some of you are like, "Oh my God, I don't have $10,000." That's the recommended starting amount. Recommended bare minimum starting amount is 5,000. And I know some of you are still like, hey, well, I can't afford 5,000 either. Well, can I start with less? Yes, you can, but it carries more risk, and we'll get into that uh, into the next slides here. So, at the lowest risk settings, it trades multiple pairs. 0.01 is the lowest lot size that you can have. So for that, we recommend 5,000. Remember, I said the minimum recommended balance is 5,000. The minimum balance that we recommend is 10,000, but the bare minimum that we recommend is 5,000. Now, can you start with less? Again, yes, but it carries more risks, and we're going to get into that now. So the average monthly profit is $750 on the low end. We usually see it higher than that. There are some slower months where you see about 750, but you can see higher than that. And then the highest historical drawdown is $2,000. So remember, I said the lowest historical drawdown on the recommended settings was 20%. That's based on a $10,000 balance at 0.01. Now you can start with 5,000, and the withdrawal down of 2,000 would mean that you're essentially having a 40% potential drawdown. If that doesn't bother you, then by all means start with 5,000. Now, for those that want to start lower, you start with 2,000. Obviously, it's very rare that the $2,000 drawdown can happen, but it is possible. So, if you start with $2,000 and you have $2,000 in drawdown, well, you lose your account. We've had people start with 2,000, and right now we have some people that start with that amount, 2,000-3,000, and their accounts are still alive. So, but you just have to be aware that that is entirely possible. And with our recommended broker, they do offer a 100% matching bonus up to $1,000. So if you only had $1,000, you can go and use our recommended broker, get $1,000 bonus on top of that, and now you have a $2,000 account. Now, I will say again that it's very risky until you get your account up to a safe spot, at least $5,000. Then you're playing pretty risky. Also, when I say risk settings, you can say, every $5,000, I'm okay with 40% drawdown. So every $5,000, I'll go up, 0.1. So at 10,000, I'll go to 0.02. 15,000, I'll go 0.03, etc. Or if you go, $6,000, and that's a 30% max drawdown that you could get. So every $6,000, I'll go up. It's really based on what your risk threshold is and your profit, what you want your profit to be. So again, your account grows, or maybe you have a higher starting balance, $10,000 to $20,000 balance, 0.02. Average monthly profit, you can see $1,500 on the low end, and highest historical drawdown for 0.02 is 4,000. So again, at $10,000, you're looking at a 40% potential drawdown. At $20,000, you're at about 20% potential drawdown. Again, based on your risk settings, your risk appetite. You can say, every $6,000 I'm gonna, so at 12,000 I'm gonna go to 0.02. At 18 I'm gonna go 0.03, etc. So it really just depends on your risk appetite again, and your profit, what kind of profit you're looking to get. So 0.03, That's for a $15,000 to $30,000 balance. Again, average monthly profit $2,250 on the low end, and highest historical drawdown $6,000. Again, 40% if you're at 15,000 and 20% drawdown if you're at a $30,000 balance. And again, 0.04 is for a $20,000 to $40,000 balance. Average monthly profit is $3,000 on the low end, and highest historical drawdown is $8,000. And you can start doing your own math if you have a higher account, or I have a spreadsheet that I can give you. So just send a message in the contact us box and we can send that to you, and it can give you a breakdown of all that for you, all the way up to 6 figures, 7-figure accounts. Risk management. So a lot of people wonder, especially those that have been in trading, what the risk management is. Vampire EA uses a recovery trading strategy. Trades are based on strong levels in the market, support, resistance, supply, demand, that type of thing, which has a very high win rate. But when incorrect, it uses a recovery trading strategy, and it stops trading if it ever reaches 30% drawdown. So, like, the market can be unpredictable, even though it's a high win rate. It doesn't matter if it's a human strategy, an automated strategy. No strategy is 100% perfect. So, what the Vampire EA does is it, let's say it takes a buy and it goes against you, it'll start taking recovery trades until it retraces, and then it cashes out into a profit. So, also, like I was saying, 30% drawdown. If it gets to that, the EA will stop trading. Now, if it ever gets to that point to where it gets to 30% drawdown, the market is already so far extended that it's going to come up and retrace. Even if it's going to still continue down, it still has to come up, because for those that don't know much about trading, and I don't want to really confuse you here, but in trading, if you're winning trades, that comes from the people on the other side taking the opposite trade and losing money. That's why they call it trading. The Forex market is a $6 trillion a day market. There's big players in there, banks, hedge funds, things like that. When they want to drive the market down, they need liquidity, they need money. They can't take money out of thin air, so they need people to put positions in so they can have the liquidity to continue to move the market in the direction they want to go. So let's say you're in a buy, but it keeps going down as a sell. It's the Vampire EA is going to take recovery trades. It's going to slightly increase the next trade size. I think the multiplier is around 1.1. Very, very low multiplier. It's not like a martingale where it doubles every time, because those never work. You'll eventually blow your account. It's just a slight multiplier. So when it takes the trades, it moves the take profit down closer to price. So when it does retrace, because here's the thing, if the big boys want to keep moving price downward, they can't just keep going down. They have to have buyers. So what do they have to do? They have to bring the price up. They have to take out the late sellers and get people to buy just to bring it back down and take out the new buyers. That's how they move the market. So the Vampire EA takes advantage of that move. So if it ever gets to that point, don't worry, because the market is so far extended that it has to come back and pick up some more liquidity on the way back down if it's not going to reverse completely. Hope you can understand that. All right, so let's get to the package pricing. If you use our recommended broker, it's $1.99 a month. You get a 10 to 30% monthly gains depending on your risk settings and that stuff. Low draw, can't talk today. Low drawdown, no setup, and after 25K, if you build it up to 25K or you start with 25K or more, there's no subscription fee. There's only a 70-30 profit split, and you use your own broker or whether you use your own broker or our recommended broker, we don't have access to your money. That's the beauty of this. It's not a PAM where you group everybody together and then you got to wait for a withdrawal, blah blah blah. No, you're in control of your money. I don't have access. Nobody has access to your money except you. So in order for me to get my profit split, I have to bill you at the end of the month. You have to pay me the profit split. I don't have access to the money to take it out. So you can also use your favorite broker. You just have to make sure they have a minimum leverage of 1 to 300. Again, $1.99 per month. Same thing, 10 to 30% monthly gains, low drawdown, no setup. Now, the only difference is if you use your broker, the $1.99 per month is in addition to the 70-30 split on accounts over 25K. Under 25K is still just only $199.99 per month. After 25K, if you use your own broker, the subscription price stays intact, and we just add the 70-30 profit split. All right, so soon, it's not launched yet, but soon we will be launching our referral program. So while our business model isn't to rely on an affiliate program, because let's face it, there are some programs out here that suck, and their whole premise is to bring in big builders to build teams, and they lose focus of the actual product because they're not worried about the product, because they're just worried about bringing people in and making money, and that's not what we're about here. It's not multi-level marketing. You only get paid on direct referrals. Again, we know you're going to like and enjoy the results you achieve. So if you choose to share Vampire EA with someone, we'll reward you as a thank you for bringing us business, because that's only right. If you're bringing us business, of course we want to reward you for that, because we want to thank you for that. And we know you're going to like it, and we know you're going to bring people, so it's a win-win situation for everybody. So once we launch this referral program, you get 20% of the monthly subscription, which $200, 20% is $40 a month. You get $40 a month for everyone that you refer, as long as they stay subscribed, and or 5% of the company's portion of the profit split. So if the account is 25K or more, they don't pay the subscription fee anymore if they use our recommended broker. So then you get 5% of the portion of the company's profit split. So, or 5%. I should redo that. It's not 5% of the profit split. It's actually 5% of the total profit split. So, if somebody has a because profit split. So let's say they have a $30,000 account. They make 15%. That's $4,500 they made for that month. 5% of that is $225. So they made $225 on that account. If they use, all right. So for some reason, the recording program decided not to record. So where I left off at was I was talking about the affiliate program, and that if somebody had a $30,000 account, they made 15% on that account. If you referred them, you would make 5% of their profit, which if they made 15% profit, that's $4,500. You would make $225 on that account. You'd also make, if they're using their own broker, you'd also continue to get the monthly subscription on that as well. So that's basically it for the affiliate program. And I want to thank you for taking your time to watch this presentation. If you still have questions, if you need help getting set up anything, please feel free to reach out to me. You can use the contact us form, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. And then we can even schedule a Zoom call if you need, so I can help you get started. Again, this is Eddie with Vampire EA. Thank you so much.